What's going on? It's your boy Bouey here. And this video is the first in a series of videos that I'm going to be doing again for Mortal Kombat 11, where I break down characters. I've played quite a few characters in this game, and there's none that I feel more qualified to talk about than the Lin Kuei Warrior Sub-Zero. Oh no, my mod is not working. God dog it. Maybe I gotta use this one. Okay, that's fine. So, who should the op be? Well, of course, Scorpion has to be. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. So, in this game, Sub-Zero, he has sort of a hybrid gameplay style. So he's two archetypes rolled up into one. So at once, he's a mid-screen character whose moves and normals are on the slower side, but they have long range. But then he also is a mix-up character. So I made a video series talking about how to get good at playing fighting games using Mortal Kombat 11. And in that video, I talked a lot about Sub-Zero. Well, in that series, and there was one of the videos in that series, I should say, I spoke quite a bit about the ins and outs of Sub-Zero. So I'll go over some of the highlights here. So Sub-Zero, for one, his movement is pretty damn good. You know, his dashing, he moves very quickly in both directions. So, and I am not a wave dasher by any stretch of the imagination, but in short bursts I can do it when I'm not thinking about it. So Sub-Zero has really good movement. He has a forward throw that leaves you right next to him, which is in perfect range for his low and overhead. His backward throw puts you at range, basically full screen, but it also happens to be a KB, a crushing blow, so you can get 30% damage off of it. Sub-Zero has a really good set of pokes. He has one of the 3 6-frame pokes in this game. The other 2 belonging to Geras and Aaron Black. So this down 1 of his is 6 frames. It's literally the fastest poke in the game. Okay. Down 3's okay. You know, it's all right. But I really love his down 4. Now, in previous games, Sub-Zero used to get free offense off of doing down 4, and that's not quite the case here. But this move low profiles quite a bit, and so one good way to stop people from jumping at you and getting full combos is to literally down 4 as they're jumping in on you. You know, you can down 4 and make them whiff their jump in, and then you can attack. But one of the things I love doing with Sub-Zero is doing a down 4 and backing away, because a lot of times when people get poked, their first instinct is to try to poke you back or try to attack you. And so when you poke and back away, you sort of bait a response like that, you know. Both Sub-Zero and Scorpion can do this. So he has a good set of pokes. He has good movement. His uppercut's okay, you know. Uppercut is all right. But Sub-Zero's normals are actually pretty good in this game. So he's a very interesting character because his standing 1 and standing 2 both start up in the exact same amount of time. Both of them are 8 frames. But standing 1 has a lot of range, whereas standing 2, not so much. Notice standing 1 hits from right here. Stand 2 does not. But Sub-Zero has 2-1, which connects in a freeze. And he also has 2-1 that will also connect in a freeze. Both of those strings are very, very useful. They are very good go-to punish strings. This is my preferred punish up close for most attacks, but for the moves that this string won't punish, this one will. Okay, so for instance, let me see if I can oops. See, that's a punish. Whoops. Notice that doesn't reach. That's a straight punish for sub. See? So those are his two punish strings. And the beautiful thing is on block, 1-2 is 0. And so it's a fantastic stagger. Let me see. So you could just do this and they don't know what you're going to do because you can cancel it into the low. You could finish the string and get safety. And notice virtually everything Sub-Zero does on block pushes him right back here, which is where he wants to be anyway. Sub is very comfortable at this range because the low hits, overhead hits, back one hits. I'll get to back one in a minute. So he's very comfortable there. And so 2-1 being 0 on block and having this kind of pushback, bananas. And connecting into 1-2-4, amazing. 2-1 is also nice because 2-1-2 again leads to that pushback and that range where he wants to be. 2-1 is technically unsafe on block, which very few people will ever punish because look at the crazy pushback that has. But in case you were worried about it, this is -4, so you don't have to worry. Now, I'm going to get to Sub-Zero's 50-50s in a minute, but by and large, Sub-Zero's very best string is this one right here. Back 3, whoops, Jesus, back 1, 4, 3. Fantastic string because back 1, 4 is his Footsie string. Now, the first hit is a high, but look at this hitbox. I can be match start distance and I connect. And by itself, does it? Okay, at max range it doesn't connect in the ice ball. But from here it does. Sometimes people will do that, which is kind of weird, but it works sometimes. Like if you think someone's going to be in your range, you can just do that and buffer it. But anyway, back 1-4 is his main Footsie string into ice ball, and this has so many uses. You talking about a whiff punishing move right here. I mean, this is a tremendous tool for whiff punishing. Like, remember the down 4 I was talking about? When you hit this on block and try to elicit a reaction from the opponent and they advance, Sub-Zero will back up, smack them with back 1-4 in ice ball, and then go into combo mode, you see? And then, of course, he can do back 1-4, 3 on block, and he can go into creeping ice, which I'll talk about that in a minute. And this whole string is safe. This string is safe as well. And you can even kind of stagger with this. Let me show you. So, people that are used to you doing this, or used to you doing this, you can stagger. And you might even want to stagger with this every now and again. You don't want to do it often, though, because people can blow this up. But, you know. But, yeah, I mean, the character... Let me see. Because people are going to be blocking that sequence right there. Even though that's not a true block string, people will block this because they know Sub-Zero is going to do this. And so you can stagger this. I've never really done that before. You know. But this normal is Sub-Zero's very best normal in the whole game. You know, because though he does have mix-up potential, Sub-Zero's not really out here trying to 50-50 people to death. He'll live and die by it, and he'll mostly die, right? Sub-Zero is best played as a mid-screen, patient, playing solid character, you know what I'm saying, that punishes people that overextend and punishing people that jump. Ooh, speaking of jumps, Sub-Zero is very good at anti-airing, you know. So he can anti-air with standing 1, standing 2, back 2, or uppercut. Uppercut's pretty good. You can even anti-air with down 1. So you don't really want to jump at Sub-Zero like ever. And then of course, hold on, you can whiff punish with back 1. See? So Sub-Zero, whoops. Sub-Zero's just solid, man. Not because he's made of ice or anything, but he's very, very, very solid. He controls the ground quite well. And if you think you're going to jump, Meanwhile, Sub-Zero himself can jump at you quite a bit because his jump-ins are really dumb. So jump in 1 is really hard to anti-air, and you can get a combo. Jump in 2 is a really good air-to-air string, but if you do it deep, like this, that's hard to anti-air as well. And then, of course, jumping kicks are really stupid in this game, so... Ooh. So, yeah. Sub gets combos off of just about everything, and his jump-ins are really strong, while his ability to stop people from jumping in is very strong. So, this character is designed very well. And again, that's before you even get to the 50-50s. Speaking of the 50-50s, Sub-Zero is infamous in this game for being one of the very few characters that gets a free combo off of a low. And that's because his string back 3-2-1 is a fantastic string that's -4 on block. You can stagger it, and as a matter of fact, you know, staggering back 3 is like a really, really dope idea. Not to mention it has deceptively long range, you know. Combined with forward dashing, you can make it look like it has the range, a further range than it actually has. So this is Sub-Zero's mid. It's 13 frames, so it's on the slower side, but does it really look 13 frames? Hell no. It might as well be a Jack's forward 3. And it's a low, so you have to block it like this. Because if you don't, it's combo city for you, right? And he can hit confirm it into ice ball pretty easily. And if you realize that the opponent's blocking, you just finish the string and keep yourself safe. No big deal, you know? And that alone would have been very good for him, except he also has this overhead. And the overhead has way more range than the low does. Now, this overhead's 19 frames, but it might as well not be. Yeah, 19 frames. It might as well be unreactable online. And he can decide to keep himself safe. He can do it by itself and not do anything. Or he can get greedy and go for the combo. Whoops. Ooh, never did that before. you know. So yeah, Sub can combo off of lows and overheads. And so the 50-50 is bad enough, but when used in conjunction with this throw and the KB that he can get from that, Sub-Zero becomes a very dangerous character. Very, 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 very dangerous. Okay? And I didn't even talk about his special moves. Let's get into those. So, Sub-Zero wouldn't be Sub-Zero if he didn't throw an ice ball. And this projectile is pretty fast. You don't want to trade with him. Ever. Okay? Now, specific variations of Sub-Zero have the enhanced ice ball, which is even faster than this, hits mid, and absorbs projectiles. So you never want to trade with Sub-Zero. Not at full screen, 3/4 screen, half screen. I don't give a damn. Do not trade with the man. Okay? You'll die. Now, my specific variation of Sub-Zero also includes this air axe. Now, this move is pretty good because I like to play a mid-screen game with him. I like to force people to try to approach me in the wrong way so they can die. And this is a great harassment tool, you know? And look at how low to the ground you can throw this. And at certain ranges and at, you know, certain heights, that move can be plus on block. And if it hits, it's 80 damage, which is 8%. Not bad for a projectile. And then he can fake people out, act like he's doing a jump in, and then just throw it, you know? So that's a good strategy too. Also, it's really good for avoiding grounded projectiles if you want to, you know. So he has that. Creeping Ice. This move's amazing. So it's a low attack that serves as a follow-up. And though this move's technically minus 12, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Minus 13. Okay. So this is minus 13 on block by itself, but it has a lot of pushback. Let me see here. Block stand. Oh. So it has good pushback, particularly after a string like that. But when you enhance it, it's minus 6, and it has crazy pushback. It puts you right back where Sub-Zero wants to be. See? So, Creeping Ice is one of the moves that took him from being good to great. But probably his most powerful move in this game is his slide. Sub-Zero slide has a ridiculous power level in this game. Because for one, the enhanced version side switches. The regular version hits from very far away. So if I'm right here, I can hit somebody. So it's almost full screen. You know, so basically from about full screen to 3/4 screen is the only range where this slide doesn't hit from. But other than that, if you're 3/4 of the screen or closer, you're in danger. And of course it slides under projectiles and things like that. But a lot of times, Sub-Zero slide is one of his most viable punishes and whiff punishers. So if you have a character that does a string, someone whiffs a string in neutral, it's like, oh, you whiff? You whiffing? Slide. And in this game in particular, Sub-Zero can hit 2 of these. And wait for my bar to build back up. And once I have 2 of my EX slides built up, he has a crushing blow slide that does 32% damage. And this is from a move that can be activated way back here. It's powerful, man. It's real powerful. You know. And then, of course, Sub-Zero's Fatal Blow. Let me see. His Fatal Blow. You don't really do this on its own unless you anticipate the opponent to try to attack you and you want to blow him up with an armored move. But, Fatal Blow splats the opponent, leaves him right next to you. But what's crazy about this Fatal Blow is that it has virtually no scaling whatsoever. And so as soon as Sub-Zero catches you slipping, it's Fatal Blow City. You know what I'm saying? And so it's real scary. And because Sub-Zero has a 50-50, virtually everybody that's ever played against the Sub-Zero online has been robbed by this here. You know what I'm saying? The overhead into Fatal Blow. So, Sub-Zero's got a great toolkit. A fantastic toolkit. This character is nothing less than one of the very best characters in the game. And so, for that reason, a lot of people believe that he carries players. Now, it's true that it's easier to win with Sub-Zero than it is to win with, say, Frost. That's for sure. And you can, you know, definitely beat people with overhead into Fatal Blow quite a bit. If you don't play Sub-Zero correctly, you know, if you rely too much on the 50-50s and you don't have the mid-screen game intact, you're not going to beat people that understand how to play this game, okay? Even if you are using Sub-Zero. Because at his core, Sub-Zero plays right here. This is where Sub-Zero likes to be. Not here so much, but he likes to be anywhere from here to here. This is the range of Sub-Zero. He's not really a rushdown character where he's meant to be in your face all the time. I mean, he does have some 8-frame attacks and a 6-frame down one, but as you can see, the 6-frame down one has somewhat of a stubby range, you know? And he doesn't really have a fast mid. This is his fastest mid, and it's 13 frames. Sub-Zero's meant to live right around this region. Because from here, low is a problem, overhead's a problem, long range high is a problem, sweep is a problem. Sub-Zero sweep is damn good. I like it. I like it a lot. Because notice how low he gets to the ground. And when people get tired of being swept, they start blocking low, and that's when throw becomes problematic and overhead becomes an option, you know? So, Sub-Zero, yes, he has mix-up potential. Yes, you kind of have to make use of his overhead and low if you want to play the character correctly. But if you center your entire game around this and this, it will benefit you, and then it will also kill you, depending on the match that you're playing and the opponent you're playing against. But if you predicate your game around being solid mid-screen, punishing jump-ins, trying to get people to whiff and baiting and all that kind of stuff, and then you throw in the overheads and the lows and stuff and do a lot of throwing, you're a very dangerous character. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. Sub-Zero also has plus frames, so he has this string here. It's forward 4. And though it's on the slower side, you don't do it from up close. You initiate it from out here. And if this hits, it does a lot of damage. And if it hits twice back to back, it's a KB. Right? But people already know this. And so if you hit one of these, they're like, oh no, I don't want you to hit me with that. So then they get to blocking. And really, you want people to block this because it's plus on block. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Actually, let me do the duck. Or hop. No, jump. Oh, he's just gonna... Oh, what am I doing? I gotta do, all. Okay. So if I hit this, notice I can move before he can. Notice he couldn't even do anything. You see that? He's perfectly jailed. He couldn't do squat. So this move is plus 4 on block, meaning I can move 4 frames before he can think to do anything. You see? So if your opponent blocks this move, you can move before they can. And since they know that, generally people will continue to block, or if they think they can try to do something, they'll attack you. But you get a guaranteed down 1 check for free if they block this. And they have to block it, you know. And once they do, down 1 is your friend. Okay. And down 1 is really, really dangerous in this game because you get to jail people off of down 1. See? So normally this string doesn't hit anybody. The first hit is a high. But if you do down 1, that jails. See? So if they do anything but block after a down 1 is struck, they're eating a combo. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably need to record a video on jailing, because that's really important, because people mash pokes and stuff. And it's like, if you mash a poke like this, you are giving up so much in this game. The point of a poke is to make somebody get hit with something they normally wouldn't get hit with. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah, this thing's so plus I can do standing 3 after this. Whoops. Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, point is, they gotta block this. And when they do block this, you get a down 1 for free. And if they try to attack during any of that stuff, down 1's gonna lead to a combo. Okay? They have to respect Sub-Zero. So, as I've been saying, Sub-Zero is best played at this range with punishing, good movement, terrific anti-airs, using his mid to start combos. And when he ends his combo with slide, he gets put in that same good situation again. He gets ridiculous damage in the corner, which I won't show now because y'all can just believe me or look up Sub-Zero corner combos. But, you know, Sub-Zero is a very, very dangerous character in Mortal Kombat 11. and I love him. I've played Sub-Zero ever since I was a little boy, and I will continue to play Sub-Zero because he's my favorite character, and he's the very first character that receives a Bouey breakdown, you dig? So I hope that this gives you an overview of how Sub-Zero is designed to be played. I'm not going to demo a bunch of combos because you can look up combo videos yourself, okay? Or just look at my YouTube channel. I have plenty of Sub-Zero footage chock full of combos, so you can just comb through any of those videos and you'll see some combos, you dig? But the more important thing is that you understand the nuances of how a character works, where they stand on screen and competitively, and what you should be doing to win with that character. So for those of you that play Sub-Zero, you know that everything I said is 1000% true. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm out.